Pisces. Welcome back. This is the Feminine Inquisition. My name is Tiffany. We're doing your reading for July. So, this is for any placements that speak to you or any Pisceans that you want to check up on. I'm going to tell you some killer dates for some astrological events if that matters. If not, you can just fast forward me. So, on the 3rd, we have Mercury entering Leo. And on the 6th, we have the Sun entering Cancer. On the 11th, we have Venus entering Virgo, which we have a tarot card for. That's the Nine of Pentacles. On the 13th, Mars enters Libra. On the 23rd, the Sun enters Leo. And on the 28th, Mercury enters Virgo. Okay. Most important beyond that is that on June 30th, Jupiter enters Leo. So Leos are children of God, and they are the greatest manifestors, and they offer the entire rest of the zodiac this great skill, right? So we can draw from their energy and this expansive whirlwind of Jupiter to help set our sails in the direction that we want. So let's just talk about today's reading. I'm going to be using the karma cards, which are separated into sign, house, and planet. And then the cards are very specific. They basically have on the top and the bottom words. So the top could be written upright as well as the bottom, but that shows how it will fall. That means it could either be the conscious elements or the subconscious elements. But we'll get into that. So let's go. All right, let's go, Pisces. I hope that you are well. And I will show you now how there's going to be a mix and match of upside down, conscious, and unconscious. Okay? All right. For Pisces, please. Great. I think there's 2 here, which I can't. There's 3. Of course, Pisces. I've got the 7th house, the 3rd house, and Leo. Libra, Gemini, and Leo. Great. This is a lot. This is so extra. So extra, Pisces. But you're a mutable sign, so I'll let you get away with it. The subconscious of the 7th house is diplomatically in relationships, how to get a fair deal. The 3rd house is by making the right connections, the idea in question, and get your ideas going. Leo. This is also the subconscious. All 3 are the subconscious. This is leadership, the creativeness of, and do what you want to end. All right. So do what you want to get your ideas going and get a fair deal. The creativeness of your relationships is the idea in question. Or leadership, but be diplomatic by making the right connections. Interesting. Let's see where this goes, Pisces. What are you up to? Being crazy. For Pisces, please, 6 cards. The Chariot, Cancer. The Lovers, Gemini. 6 of Pentacles, Moon in Taurus. Knight of Pentacles. Justice. Wow. Okay. That's Venus back to back. And then the 5 of Cups, some Scorpion energy. Wow, that's a want. 10 of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. So something about your environment, something about your livelihood, something about your the construct of what home, legacy, traditions may look like. So the Chariot, great fast movement, consolidation of your energy, recognizing the other, right? And we've got that here with Libra, and also the 7th house is there. So movement towards the other. 6 of Pentacles to balance out. We have a balance and a balance card, 2 cards with the Knight of Pentacles in the center. So this is the day-to-day, and this is the macro, right? The big karmic order, the divine law, the natural law. So very slowly moving towards the prize, we have a Knight of Pentacles. And he's looking at the journey ahead, and the journey ahead is movement as it relates to balancing out the day-to-day of the other. And then behind him, on the other side of him, is Justice and the 5 of Cups. Something that is divinely guided and ordained leads to a kind of problematic perspective, right? Five of Cups is when you become so subjective that you can't even see that there's two cups that are viable, only focusing on the three cups that have spilled. And this relates to your environment. Ten of Cups, Ten of Pentacles is here. This relates to your leadership. This relates to getting a fair deal. This relates to getting your ideas going. So, wait, I don't want this. Sorry. Let's just see some of the Hierophant, value system, commitment, relationship, contract, Seven of Pentacles. If you're going to invest, continue to invest in the same way. What are you going to do differently? Page of Pentacles. What have you learned and how can you be consistent as you take care of this opportunity? Ace of Pentacles. Okay, a lot of pentacles, okay? Pisces, that's too many pentacles for Pisces. Okay, that was a weird shuffle. So you're already in the way, like I described at the start. You're using Leo energy to pull down that which you want to see. But you're on the move. I don't see any new manifestations. I just see progress working towards your manifestations. But I do see balance being achieved and perhaps when it becomes formalized, becoming a problem. I don't know yet. One more shuffle. All right. Let's see the Chariot. Let's see the speed, the direction. Where are you off to? Please, for Pisces, show me the Chariot. That's your fellow water sign, Cancer. Show me the Chariot, please. Let's take this upright. Queen of Wands. So there's great desire here. There's great desire to pursue your passions. Wow, Lovers again. So we are definitely talking about the connection to one person in particular, someone that really sets you on fire physically, but also that you feel mentally bonded to, spiritually elevated by, that you connect to in every aspect of your life, and your life is changed because of them. What else? The Lovers, Page of Pentacles, Devil, the Moon. Oh, wow. Bit by bit, some of what you want to do slowly there's intense energies about holding this and taking it to the finish line because you don't know how to see it. It's too far off in the distance. You want to make it move faster. Maybe you feel like you don't have a lot of time. Okay. So Chariot to the Lovers. Show me the Lovers. Yeah, because this is the day-to-day consistency, as we've seen with the Page of Pentacles, but Knight of Swords, the Devil, that's like, let's go, let's get it done. What's the Lovers? Who's the Lovers? Four of Swords, okay. Healing, recovery. Two of Wands, Three of Swords, and the Eight of Pentacles. So here's the Tower at the bottom of the deck. So, so much of what you are considering in this alignment of the Lovers is how to have peace in your heart and how to put your energy into work, how to find leadership, how to be diplomatic, how to consider relationships when and if you want to make the right connections. You want to make sure that the idea in question is something that is a fair deal, right? All of that. And that's what this looks like. This would be the time that it takes to patiently, carefully consider, but you're at peace with this choice and the efforts that have come from the previous hurt that you have healed already. Like, that is from the past. You've put work on how you have created or experienced towers previously, and that's the consolidation of the energy that we're seeing here. Okay. So the day today, can I see the Six of Pentacles? This is what your work is in. bit by bit. Show me the Six of Pentacles, please, for Pisces. So that's the Five of Cups again, referring back. So on a day-to-day, even though you're doing all that you're doing, you still think about it. Think about it daily. Yeah, there's some observations there. Maybe some checking in on people. And there's the Four of Cups, King of Wands. Okay, so this is a specific message for a specific person who feels that they know their person. Queen of Wands, King of Wands, the Lovers 2 times, and then the 7th house and the 3rd house. This is about communication in the relationship that you are thinking and feeling is the one that you hold closest to your heart and is perfect for you. There's sadness here. How sadness is being communicated, I'm not sure, because you showed me from pain you went to work. And before, I've got the Ten of Pentacles. So you want to work on the house, you want to work on the environment, you want to work in the company, you want to make a family business. We have no idea, but day to day, you're working at it. But day to day, you're also reminded of the sadness and the lack of perspective. And we went from the Two of Wands in reverse, meaning that the decision is made, to the Three of Wands waiting. And in this waiting, there's observation and there's gratitude. King of Wands, looking over to the Queen of Wands. Let's just see what else. King of Wands, Chariot, King of Swords, Judgment. Right. Okay. So King of Wands and the Queen of Wands are both making progress with the Chariot. Okay. Desire is coming through. Jupiter in Leo is firing people up. Show me the Knight of Pentacles. You're looking at the journey. Where does it go? Well, that's not equal partnership. That's Venus in Cancer, and it's in reverse. Seven of Pentacles. Seven of Pentacles is also here. So this is the commitment. Seven of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles. This is one step from here. Three of Swords, Eight of Pentacles. Two of Cups in reverse. Knight of Pentacles is looking at an uneven exchange between people and trying to consider what to do to avoid this separation. It's like you saw it coming. You saw it here on the day-to-day. The daily actions of the house, or taking care of oneself, or taking care of each other. You saw it. You were looking at it. And you said, this isn't fair. This isn't even. If it continues to go like this, one of us will be put out. I have to take care of this. Great sense of burden, of responsibility. Yep, there's the world. There is the world. So you tried to defend against it, but in the end, there's a world. Show me the Justice, please. Yeah, it looks like the universe understood your concerns and was aligned to make a choice with you. The scales, they do not feel anything, right? That's not how the scales of justice work. Let's see the Justice. Five of Swords on its side. There's the Ten of Wands, Tower, and the Page of Cups. So the Justice is basically creating a moment of exhaustion, and the Tower. Whatever was unbalanced previously, that exhaustion triggered a Tower. And here's the Page of Cups. So this is an experience that could go both ways, right? Three of Cups, Queen of Pentacles, Temperance. On the one hand, the Page of Cups could recognize that, whomever wasn't pulling their fair share, they can say, okay, I'm sorry. Let's come together and let's make a plan and let's keep our word on our plan and we'll take care of it together and we can move on from this. We can transform our experience and the dynamic at play here. But also, in the same breath, the Page of Cups can be a way in which someone wants to go have a new experience outside of this because this is not enjoyable. And so the Page of Cups decides to have a drink, let's say, for example, meet some friends, make decisions based on their needs alone, and yeah, just change what it is that they're dealing with, what it is that they're showing up as, become a work in progress, transforming, alchemizing, without the need to communicate much, right? Because this could be like a glow up, for example. From this separation, this could be someone who begins to take care of themselves in the best possible way, or put themselves first in the best possible way. Whatever was confusing previously is on its side. So this change is huge for whomever is embodying this Page of Cups. Let's see the Five of Cups. For Pisces, please, for July. What is this Five of Cups? The Ten of Pentacles, yeah, to the Seven of Swords. So it's bittersweet to have to go on your own. Page of Wands. It's bittersweet to have to work on the Ten of Pentacles in a very solo way. Here's the Hierophant, but you recognize how to be a steward of this Ace of Pentacles and how to bring it home. And it's not in this uneven partnership, whatever consideration was available. Here's the Page of Cups again, and here's the Page of Swords. There's the Death. So this Page of Cups goes through a huge transformational journey that takes them into this strategy. It is a bittersweet strategy, but it is one that brings abundance. I'm just going to go and be nosy and learn about the Ten of Pentacles because it showed up twice and it's a pretty important card. Can I see the Ten of Pentacles? As we are, first of all, talking about Jupiter being in Leo, Leo showed up here, and this is about doing what you want and how to get your ideas going diplomatically as it relates to relationships, but also making the right connections. Show me the Ten of Pentacles, please. Nine of Pentacles, Venus and Virgo. The 11th may be important for you. The Six of Cups and the Seven of Cups. That's progress. This is leaning into the previous moments, the nostalgia, to find what's present for you in the future. One more. The World. We've seen the World 2 times. Yeah, a cycle really closes out in the best possible way here. I have the Ace of Swords at the bottom of the deck, as well as the King of Swords. So a decision to cut something out is clear. Wow, lovely. And I think it has to do with this kind of misgiving. Someone saying that they do something when they don't. Someone criticizing you when they don't have any effort. And I don't know if this is in the workplace or if this is in a friendship, family. Could be family with the Ten of Pentacles. But the World is here. So whatever relationships and communication that have been uh, unbalanced. I'll put it like that. It's getting a shakeup, a huge change, okay? This is the Osho Zen. 3 cards, please. The Seven of Wands, the Eight of Swords, and the Eight of Wands. Mask. I think it's been a long time, actually, especially with this Two of Wands in reverse, of the planning and trying to make decisions under the idea that you are in a lover's union, right? When you make decisions considering the needs of your partnership, I think that's what's been put to bed. And it's taken a long time to get there. And the stress of doing that was having you look like this, bouncing on a ball, playing a trumpet, juggling candles, and a monkey about to burst your balloon. And you couldn't see, you knew that it wasn't even, that you were doing all those things by yourself on the day to day, which is why we have the Six of Pentacles here. And why day to day as you were doing it, it was sad. But you didn't have a way out. You couldn't think of a strategy of a way out. Eight of Swords. So it was breaking your brain. But then there's a download, the Eight of Wands. There's a clear voyage, a strategy comes into your mind, and you recognize that you don't have to hold the mask up, or if someone is wearing a mask, you don't have to pretend that you don't see them for what they really are. And so you can just peel away the layers. And that's how you come to this. So this is the Eight of Swords. From not being able to see a way, the strategy comes through. And here's the options, right? In the world. So you will close this nicely. Right. Okay. So Pisces, this was, as always, a ride. You take me on them often, but I hope that this was helpful, and I hope that it confirmed some of the suspicions that you're going to come into in the month of July. Some very clear decision making for you in the future, okay? And what has been a very long and arduous road of battles and burdens and exhaustion is going to come to a clean cut. It's going to come to an end at your hands, and that clarity is going to feel so good for you and going to open up so many opportunities. So I hope that, yeah, you give me a thumbs up, leave me a comment, tell me what your life is like, and until the next time I read for you, ciao.